Good afternoon, world. My name is Salma Kamanya, and I am representing Namibia, or as we affectionately like to call it, the breadbasket of Africa. I'm so incredibly grateful to be standing on the stage here today. Thank you for according me this wonderful opportunity. I like to characterize myself as a woman of compassion and a passion to make a sustainable change in the different communities that I serve, and dare I say, the world. I consider myself to be a student of life and have an affinity for learning. And with this love for learning, I have acquired a bachelor's degree in economics, a certificate in big data technology, a real estate license. I'm on my second year of theology school, and I aspire to be going back to law school next year. Thank you very much. My reality is not the reality of people around me. I come from a household in which my father never had the opportunity to go to school. He therefore greatly encouraged it in our household, and I consider myself to be my ancestors' wildest dreams because I had the opportunity to graduate and have the exposure of standing on stages like this today. I believe that there's no greater honor than that of being a public servant. One of my favorite quotes in life is, "The meaning of life is to find your purpose, and the purpose of life is to give it away." I aspire to assist other people to find their purposes in life, and I aspire to empower them to actualize it. I started my own foundation in 2018 called the InnoNation Foundation. It operates under the pillars mental health, women economic enablement, and youth empowerment through arts advocacy and technological development. In 2021, my focus shifted. When COVID-19 hit, it had devastating impacts globally, and Namibia was no exception. At this point in time, I was working at different orphanages and community centers and volunteering at weekly soup kitchens. When COVID-19 hit, the people that struggled the most were these orphanages and community centers. At that point in time, I had listened, I had learned, I had engaged. And there's one particular center that I used to volunteer at regularly. It's called the Hopeful Children's Center, headed by a woman with a heart for service, Bianca Mohatu. She facilitated and hosted about 200 to 300 children on a weekly basis and fed them at the soup kitchen. At this point in time, I had engaged and I had learned, and I had come to realize that that one meal a day was the only meal that a few children in that community would have access to for the entire day. I went home and I had conversations with different people about how we can make a better, more sustainable, more impactful change in these centers. This is where Inno Grows was birthed. We install backyard gardens, or as we like to call it, urban farming units in different orphanages and community centers to provide children with sustenance and the educational tools that they need in order to grow their own food. Agricultural education is a big labor of love for me because I've seen it transforming communities, and at my core, that's what I aspire to do. I believe that true beauty doesn't shine in the spotlight. Don't get me wrong, there's beauty in illumination, but I believe that true beauty shines in service. Like I mentioned before, there's no greater honor for me than that of being a public servant. And I aspire to live my life by the mandate of true beauty with a purpose must be driven with purpose in order to be impactful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Namibia.